I understand wanting to try something different, but hmm. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Beau is Afraid. So what's this about? You could call this a simple premise. Joaquin Phoenix plays Beau, and I don't know if you call him have a mental disorder or just, just anxiety driven, fucking just anxiety 101, but he has to go visit his mother. However, a tragedy occurs in this timeline, and now he has to get back home to his mother in this 3 hour epic style of movie. So, did I like this film? Kind of like I said in my shorts, I feel like this is a letterbox bro type of movie where they're gonna be like, oh, ugh, ugh, with this film, while normal people are gonna be like, that's fucking boring, it's stupid, what the fuck did I watch? Or they're not even gonna want to watch it because it's 3 hours and apparently it's not gonna do good in the opening box office. Then you have people like me who watch a shit ton of movies that go, it's a fine, different style of movie, but I don't know if I can recommend anyone watching this film personally. So let's talk about the positives. I think the production design, the directing, and the acting is pretty good by Joaquin Phoenix. I'm going to say pretty good by Joaquin Phoenix because after 3 hours, I truly got tired with kind of trying to understand what he's saying, his mannerisms, and just his maneuvering throughout the movie where I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like the first hour, I kind of enjoyed what I was going for. But then at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this? What the fuck are we doing? But Joaquin Phoenix as a whole, I think does a fine job, a pretty good job actually. But there's just some parts where I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. What the fuck are you saying? Maybe you're not supposed to, but there you are. All right, then let's talk about the production design. I think it is pretty funny, but then weird at the same time. Like I would try to look at the background, like e- eject us, eject us. Like because there's a porn thing. So there's a little things in the background where you have to watch. Like okay, that's kind of funny. But then there's also like just people like jizzing all over the walls. If you notice it throughout the story, so you're just like, what's the point? Is this? I mean, yes. Once you see that and realize what one of the subplots are with something down below, you kind of understand why that is throughout the story about that he's never done something. So I'm trying to not spoil the movie, but it's also the same things where you're just like, what the fuck is the point of this? I feel like this is one of the movies where the director at Ari Aster, which okay, Hereditary was pretty good to me. I didn't like the last 10 minutes of that movie whatsoever. Midsommar kind of pissed me off. The opening like hour was gorgeous. I fucking thought I was gonna believe things a perfect movie, but it turns to something I didn't like. Same with this one. I think I can't even call this a commercial movie because it's not a commercial movie on any fucking front. But then when I'm still talking about the production design, there are some things we have to follow along and be like, okay, I see what's that there and it's gonna maybe connect to this. And there's a lot of quote unquote Easter eggs. So I kind of like that and I kind of don't because it makes me like, oh, you gotta watch this 3 hour movie 3 more times. Well, I don't have fucking 9 hours of the day to watch this goddamn movie. I'm sorry, I just don't have the time or the fucking effort because sometimes I was bored throughout this movie. The second act, where we get from Nathan Lane's house, which I'm still puzzled by that movie because I was thinking, oh, is this going Truman's story type of thing or Truman Show type of thing? Story Truman Show, but it kind of didn't. But then the Nathan Lane scene, I was like, what are we trying to prove here with this person that lives in the van, the daughter, paint? And then we go into like the whole animation sequence where I'm just thinking like, what's the point of this animation sequence? Is it where Joaquin Phoenix thinks his life should go? Then we get to the final act where it's just like there's a sex scene, and I don't know what the fuck the point of the sex scene was. Then you go in the attic, in the attic there's this fucking dick, and it's just like I don't know what the point of this fucking movie was. I think that's the biggest thing. People are gonna be like, oh my god, which I'm kind of funny. I didn't now I'm realizing that that whole dick reference is more subliminal than more what I want it to be, but this is gonna be a very mixed review because it's something very different from unique. And like I said, there's gonna be so many bros out there that are gonna be like, ah, ah, to this movie, and other people like me are just gonna be like, yeah, it's fine, but it did not need to be 3 hours. It felt pretentious. It just felt like, it was trying to lecture the audience at the same time too of like, "Oh, look at me here. Look at my coolness. Look at my imagination." It's just like, no, this whole thing is subliminal. The whole thing is sublime. And if you want to talk about what's happening in the real world and what's happening in the fake world, to me, it is like a fucking 95% split. That's what I'm guessing. Like, oh, you're spoiling. No, this is just me kind of guessing what this whole movie's about because the first 20 minutes, I'm thinking, what the fuck is it? What are we doing? Like, where are we living? What is going on? Why are people just randomly wandering through the streets? Is it like, it's just like, I understand the whole thing is that the world is loud and there's so many fucking distractions going on that maybe we don't need all these distractions. So maybe that's why people are getting medication, and medication leads to fucking drinking paint or, just going fucking crazy. And then you go in the woods and then maybe you find random, Peter Pan people. I don't know. Then you finally go to your own home and realize what is the real world and what is the real world. And I don't know. Like I said, Beau is afraid. People are like, oh, you didn't understand it. You need to watch it again. I do understand it. I understand what it was trying to do, but did it connect with me? No. It just was way too out there, way too bombastic, way too pretentious, way too weird. And it's just like shit where I'm just like, there's a bathtub scene where a guy like falls in. And I'm just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Something has to fucking connect. Like, give me something. I understand you want to give me subliminal messages. I understand you want to like, test the audience. But I need some type of linear path. I don't mind open world games where you have to go here and complete a mission and travel this road. But at least at the very end it connects. Here, there is no linear path. It's literally like, squirrel, 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 squirrel. And I just think in the theater at the 12 o'clock showing on a Saturday afternoon, there's two of us. Overall, Beau is afraid. Same with Babylon. What the fuck was the point? So Beau is afraid will receive a 2.5 out of 5 with Futon. So he goes at 50%. We'll see the correction user scores gave this one. So before I give the score, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to give you the Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to go to Letterboxd and see the difference. All right, according to according to Rotten Tomatoes, we have a 69% with the critics, 156 of them. Audience score is 72%, which I'm guessing a lot of these are Letterboxd bros, but we'll find out with over 100. Here's critic consensus. Beau is afraid is overstuffed to the point of erasing the line between self-flagellation and self-indulgence. But Ari Aster's bravado and Joaquin Phoenix's sheer commitment to give this neurotic odyssey undeniable power. And there was also something else in this movie when they're at the house with the brother who passed away that was in the military, the Nathan Lane storyline. I don't understand what the mother was trying to do. Channel 78, and then the medicine. I just don't know. But anyway, let's talk about Letterboxd Bros. This is a movie. Okay, let's see here. Like I said, I'm one of those people. I don't expect this review to get a lot of, things. I just, yeah. Maybe I'll do a spoiler for this one. We'll find out. All right, so Beau is afraid. A 3.7. So most of them are 4 stars. Fair enough. I could give it that. 3.7 though is fucking high because a lot of 4 stars. Here we go. So he just needs to go to Disney World. 2.5, 3. So this is interesting. I expect it to be a little bit more gravitas, but if we do 3.5 out of 5, that is a 70%. Okay. Maybe I'm being too harsh on the Letterboxd bros. Am I though? 69, 72, 50. Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Home things, Futon, Topia, Futon. Say watch. Have a great day. Should I do a spoiler review? Here's the thing. If I do a spoiler review, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know what the fuck I'll be talking about. I'll just be rambling like a motherfucker. And maybe people want that. Anyway, I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, or a year from now. I love every single one of you. The only person that probably doesn't love me is Beau or Beau's mother. Or the chandelier. Fuck if I know.